Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look at the 21 to 23 centimeter bodies for Obitsu. I have technically two versions here. I have some that are the normal body, which means it has all of that wonderful ABS resin. That's what the whole thing is made out of. It's kind of like a harder plastic. And then I do have one here that has a soft vinyl bust, and so it's got like very squishy parts, and it does have parts that are the same ABS resin. It's just that its trunk is made out of that soft vinyl. These dolls do come in different skin tones. They offer a flesh tone skin tone, which is this guy right here, and a white skin tone. So as you can see, there is a bit of a difference in the colors, and you can order them in these two different shades. These two right here are 21 centimeter Obitsu bodies, and these two over here are the 23 centimeter bodies. Now the 23 centimeter bodies that I have here are a bit different, not only because one of them has the soft vinyl, which is this one, but these are technically like the newer models, and so they're actually a little bit taller than the old 23 centimeter bodies. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at one of the bodies. This is the 21 centimeter body. Most of the bodies are worked the same way. They have several kinds of hinge joints that enable their arms to move like a normal arm would move. They have a couple of swivel joints like this one right here. You can pivot the arm around to position it differently. They do have the hinge joints down here as well in the knees, which work really nicely. They're really good at posing. They have a centerpiece right here that is divided into three sections for the trunk. It has the bust, the torso, and then the hips. Each parts are able to move and keep a position because it's just kind of pivoting on that section up there. Like I said before, these dolls don't have strings. They are just made with like an internal skeleton and those hinge and swivel joints. They are really easy to take apart, like if you want to put a different piece on, or if you want to go ahead and put clothes on, you can take off parts to help you put on different types of clothes. They're really good at posing, and like I said, the metal stands do amazing things with them if you want them to do a lot of cool action-y. So the neck piece, if you wanted to ever change that part out, this doesn't pop off. You would have to get a screwdriver, and you would unscrew this top screw right here, and then this piece would come off, and then you could switch it off with another neck piece if you want a different size to fit into a different head. It's really easy to do. The parts are really easy to take off and put on. The really neat part about these dolls is that if something happens to break, you can buy replacement parts for them, and they're very inexpensive. So here we have the soft bust body for the 23 centimeter. The joints are the same except the trunk. The trunk, instead of the normal body, it has only two parts, 1, 2, and it still has movement even though it doesn't have that third part. But I really do like these soft bust bodies because they look more, I guess, natural and realistic. The neck piece is a bit different. Instead of having like a cone-like shape, it's more of like a cylinder. And it's the same concept though. You would go ahead and you would unscrew this top part and you would switch it out with one of these to go ahead and put towards the head. These guys, they also do have the magnets at the feet. So, I mean, they're pretty much the same except for the trunk, which is made out of a different material. It's that soft vinyl instead of the ABS resin that this one is made out of. But they're really, really nice. They still are really good at posing, and they can go ahead and hold all sorts of different kinds of little positions and whatnot. And the little metal stand really helps out a lot too. The really cool thing about these sets of dolls is that when you buy them, inside of the package there is a wonderful little bag of hands, and there are also different neck pieces. Now, the neck pieces come in different sizes because when you buy heads for these dolls, some of the neck holes are either really small or they're really big. So these things right here, these neck pieces, are what you would change out up here so you could fit in a different type head. And this little bag right here are hands. So these are some of the hands that Obitsu offers. They all come with the 21 to 23 centimeter. You get a set of 4 hands, and they're really neat. I really like them a lot, and like I said, they're really easy to change out. It's just a matter of popping off a piece and then putting in the new hand, and I'll go ahead and I'll show that to you right now. Alright, so this is how simple it is to change out parts. All you have to do is you're just going to go ahead and twist off the old hands. It just pops out, just like that. And then you go ahead and get your new hand that you want, and you insert it in, just like this. And that's it. So now I've gone from a little regular hand to a punching hand. Yeah. Another thing that comes with these dolls are the metal stands. This has to be like my favorite part about these dolls because they have these metal stands. Now they have metal stands because at the bottom of their feet there's magnets. This is like the coolest thing ever, having a stand for them to kind of just stand on, and since it's magnetic, they can do so many things with it. I've played around with it a couple times already, and it's just amazing, like the little things that they can do now that they have like this little stand. They can do a bunch of different poses, and just it helps them just stay in that position. So those are just some quick little interesting things about the Obitsu 21 to 23 centimeter bodies. I'm going to go ahead and take some pictures of some different poses that they can do so you can see how awesome these guys are at posing.